Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're just gonna be doing a quick little get ready with me. I had recently picked up some new things in the Sephora VIB sale. Is that even what it's called anymore? I feel like they do these sales a lot now, but just recently Sephora had another one of their sales where VIB gets, or where Rouge gets like 20%, VIB gets 15%, and so on and so forth. So during that sale, I picked up some things, and then I also just recently bought some stuff from Ulta. So I kind of just combined both of the things and utilized them in my get ready with me. I'm actually getting ready to leave here in just a few minutes for a hockey game today. So I just wanted to do a little get ready with me for the hockey game. And I do kind of like this more natural, snatched, glamorous sort of makeup look that I have going on here. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing revolutionary, it's nothing fancy, but it's something that I am very confident in. It's something that I know looks good on large Jumbotron cameras. So let's just do it. If you guys are curious to see how I achieved the makeup look that I have going on here, make sure you're subscribed, and let's just go ahead and get started. All right, let's do this. To start, I've already primed my face, and this is something that's new to my collection that I've been testing out for the past like month or two, and it's awesome. Juno Co Moonshine Miracle Cream. I'll show you right here. It's this big, huge thing, like a white cream that essentially hydrates and blurs pores. It just kind of like puts this big filter over your face, and I am obsessed with it. It has not broken me out. It really does help fill in my pores. This is awesome. I love this. So the first thing that I actually want to talk about, this is a giant sponge. This is the Real Techniques Face and Body Sponge, but I remember I did go through a phase where I used this giant sponge for a long time and I was obsessed with it, but they've reformulated it. It's now a different color. It's different, so I'm gonna try it, see what it's like. If all else fails, I do have my beauty blender on standby, and I also use a separate sponge for powder. I damp just a plain regular Real Technique sponge, and I use that for powder. I don't know if I've talked about that. I feel like I need to zoom y'all in a little bit. Wow, isn't that so fun? For foundation, I am going to be going in with a foundation that I actually have tried. It is loved, especially for what I'm getting ready for, my Ice Girl job. It is extremely full coverage, and these are the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage Long Wear 24-Hour Foundations, and I just picked up this one actually yesterday in a slightly lighter, more yellow toned shade from Ulta, because the shade that I had originally gotten, which is 2.22, these oxidize a little bit on the skin, forewarning, but this shade 2.22, which is, it just says light to medium with a neutral olive undertone, and then I got 2.12 light skin with a neutral undertone because it looked more golden to kind of mix between the two, because sometimes this one gets a little bit too warm on my skin once it's completely dried down and oxidized. So I'm going to mix the two together. This foundation will blur and cover everything on your skin. Sorry, that's really annoying, but it's so good. Like, it does not play around with the coverage. You guys are gonna see that here in just one second. Oh, maybe this is too light for my skin right now because I'm so tan. Is that like picking up how full coverage this stuff is? Like, you can't see any, well, for one, the sponge obviously is going to shear things out a little bit, but my gosh. You know what? I don't think I really like this sponge as much as I used to, unless it's just different when they reformulated it. I'm not feeling it right now. All right, that is fantastic. It's so full coverage. It's so flawless and airbrush looking, and really does not feel heavy on the skin, so I really like this. Really highly suggest it. All right, so to conceal, I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Light Sand, back to an oldie but a goodie. I haven't used this in a long time, but I picked it back up again the other day, and I kind of forgot how much I actually do enjoy it. I'm gonna blend that in with the other side of my beauty blender. I was just watching a YouTube video that Tarte literally just posted of her and Scott Barnes. If you guys don't know who Scott Barnes is, he is a celebrity makeup artist, most well known as J-Lo's makeup artist. People like him just really, like, I'm very interested in just like his techniques and stuff, because obviously, like, if you're J-Lo's makeup artist for like such a long time, you obviously know what you're doing. And it's so interesting to me to watch him sculpt the face and all that he does with foundation and his techniques, because that's one of my favorite parts of makeup is foundation, sculpting, contour, bronzing, highlighting, etc. I think that if you have such a solid base, like, anything else will be fine on top of it. He said that, you know, your face is the foundation of the house and the eyes are the windows. So you wouldn't just, you know, put up windows without a foundation and a framework of a house. So I thought about that and I was like, okay, I'm never doing my eyeshadow first ever again. To set those couple of areas, I do have a new face powder. This is by the brand called ILIA, I believe. And this is their Fade Into You Soft Focus Finishing Powder. I saw Stephanie Letta, SMLXO. She's a very famous YouTuber here on YouTube in the beauty community, so I'm sure you guys know who she is. I saw her talking about this and she said it's like one of her holy grail powders, blah blah blah, so I picked it up. It is very nice. You look super airbrushed. I'm not gonna lie though, it kind of has a funky, perfumey kind of scent to it. If you guys have used the Coty Airspun powder or whatever it is that you can get from like Walmart, Walgreens, I hate that powder because it smells so strongly, so I can't use it. This almost makes me feel like it has a hint of that kind of smell. I don't really like it. It's kind of like grandma perfume in my opinion, but it's not as intense as that powder, so like I can deal with it. To set the rest of my face down, I'm just gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in number 2, medium. Hit that on the rest of my face lightly. To contour my face, I'm actually gonna go in with this Tarte Clay Play palette that looks like this on the inside. I got this in one of my previous BoxyCharm boxes. Like, can you believe this? This thing came in my BoxyCharm box. I'm amazed at that. I am going to go in with a mix of these two shades right here. For bronzer, I have a new bronzer that I'm testing out. It's by the brand Lawless. This is new to Sephora. This is the Lawless Summer Skin Velvet Matte Bronzer in the shade Golden Hour. I just think it's really pretty. So that is going to be the bronze and contour. So I'm going in with a tried and true. This is not new, you guys know, my Milani Luminoso Baked Blush. We will go in with a different palette that I actually did get also from a BoxyCharm. Like, this is crazy to me. This is a Dose of Colors little eyeshadow palette in the Baked Browns. I'm gonna go in with the mixture of these first two up here in my crease. Oh my gosh. My only complaint about this palette is that it is very powdery, like very powdery. So if you are weirded out and concerned with kickback, you will not like this eyeshadow palette. I'm actually going to go back into that Tarte Clay Play palette because it does have eyeshadows up here. I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Ember. And once I put that down, what I do is I kind of like bring it over into the crease a little bit with just whatever's left. I'm obviously not concentrating the most product that I had up there. I'm putting it down in the corner first and then working my way over with it. So I'm gonna go in with another thing that I picked up from Sephora. This is not a new product to me, but I just needed to restock this shade because I've actually been out of this shade for a long time because it dried up. It was so sad. But these are the Stila Magnificent Metal Shimmering Glitters that I always talk about, that I absolutely rave about. I love these. For brows, as of lately, my ride or die has been the NYX, what is this? NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. I love this. I love this brow pencil. It's so good. But I kind of forgot that I actually loved the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. So I picked that back up again and I kind of want to try it and see my thoughts on it and see if I still think it's as good as I was obsessed with this, you guys. Like, this was like the only thing that I would ever use, if you guys remember. That is actually a really nice brow pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other eyebrow. I'm gonna put on a wing. I will come back to you because I have one more brow product that we need to talk about. I'm essentially done with my brows, but there's a new product that I saw Kelly Strack using, and this is by Makeup Revolution, and this is their High Brow Gel, and the packaging looks like this. And it's literally just like one of those tinted brow gels that you can use. And I'm getting it in my hair. Is that too dark? I think with like my glam, it looks fine. It's a little dark, but I think I can make it work. I kind of like it actually. I need to do a little bit of highlight. So to start off, I'm gonna go in with an old ass highlighter. Dose of Colors Katie Desi collab in the shade Fuego. So I'm sorry that I keep using this. I just really like this shade as a base when I am very tan. Speaking of highlights, we need to chat. Because unless you guys are living under a rock, you will know that Jaclyn Cosmetics is making its comeback, and she is releasing 3 different types of highlights, and unfortunately it seems like there's one that I think I'm gonna buy. I'm very, very, very intrigued by the loose setting powder that has a little bit of shimmer in it. I've watched literally every single review that's already out, and I love the effect that it puts on the face. It just looks really nice. So I think I might buy that next week. I hope for her sake that the launch goes really well. The first was not so good. So yeah. So basically we're done. The last thing I need to do is just do lips. I'm going to line my lips with a new lip liner color from NYX Pencil Lip Liner in the shade Plum. That's actually not bad. And then to fill that in, I'm going to go in with my little tiny nub of a lipstick that I usually wear to these games. This is Faux by MAC. Over top of that, the very last new thing that I did get, this is a Wet n Wild High Shine lipstick. So it's kind of like a mixture between a gloss and a lipstick. It's like a long wearing lip gloss, I would say, and these are awesome. And so this one is in the shade Cedar Later. Like cedar, like the tree, cedar, I don't know. That is really about it. I'm just gonna pop some Morphe setting spray. So that really completes the look that I do for kind of like my everyday glam, snatural type of makeup that I'm just very comfortable and confident in, that I utilize when I do work the hockey games. There's not, it's nothing crazy. It's just nice and it photographs well and I'm comfortable in it, like I said. And sorry, my hair is a mess. I can like do the makeup part and then hair turns to like crap. So, and plus I usually do my hair once I get to the ice arena, so I'm not gonna do that right now. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me for a game day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon in my next one. Bye guys!